Hello everybody, and welcome to another FAQ Monday. I'm your host, Fluff. I hope you all have been well. If you have a question, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, or if you would like to do it anonymously, you can go on over to my Ask FM account and leave it there. And maybe you will appear, or maybe rather your question, will appear on a future FAQ Monday. First question. Hey Fluff, what do you think of joining a YouTube network? That is kind of a tricky subject because it really depends on your specific situation, what you're looking to get out of it, and what the network can offer you. For those of you who don't know, a YouTube network is similar in structure to a TV network, whereas a larger umbrella takes you under their wing, and then they get you a higher AdSense revenue, CPM, clicks per thousand, more than YouTube. For example, YouTube doesn't care who you are or what you're doing. They will charge whatever for a CPM to advertisers if you monetize and have those little ads on your videos. A network will actively go out and try to get as much money as they can for you and therefore them, because they get a split of the profit. And so that has some advantages. But if you're a smaller YouTube channel, and a lot of these gaming guys are, were joining Machinima and they had like 500 subs and were expecting to be at like 10,000 subs in a couple of months, those kinds of horror stories is what you normally hear about when you bring up YouTube networks. Now, I have been part of a network for almost a year now, and it's been very successful for me. However, when I joined the network, I had a significant amount of subscriptions, so I had a little bit of a bargaining chip on my side, and it was in my best interest at that time, and so I made the decision to just do it. But really, it's all dependent on you and your specific situation, sir. So I would highly research it, and you can check out an article down below in the description that was written by YouTube's very popular Freddie Wong regarding YouTube and YouTube networks.
White Zombie?
Yes, of course. I love White Zombie. Love White Zombie. And no, I don't hope they would get back together because Rob is a D-bag, and the rest of those guys are just so sweet and awesome. I have talked to Jay via email several times over the years about all sorts of stuff, super nerdy stuff. And I'm still thinking about replicating his Astro Creep 2000 guitar tone, which is basically one of the Randall Century 200s or one of the Randall Century heads and a 2-channel rectifier. I thought, that would be a lot of fun to really do. SM57, and I can just email Jay and ask him exactly what it is if there's not something that I can find in the blog post for his website. His website is wonderful. But yeah, I love White Zombie. Astro Creep 2000 was a huge influence of mine back in the day when it came out. That was a huge album for me, and I just loved the imagery of the music, and the riffs were awesome, and Sean Uslot was super smoking hot, still is super smoking hot. And what is there not to like about White Zombie? If you don't know White Zombie or haven't heard White Zombie, you should definitely check them out. You'll thank me later. How do you like the JDK EQ and compressor? Are you using them to track through or on Mixbus? The JDK audio stuff has been really fantastic for me. I don't have the compressor. I actually just have the R20 dual preamp along with the R24 dual EQ. And I use them for tweaking guitar sounds going into my interface, which is a Focusrite. So I'll have a dual mic pattern on a guitar cab, and then I will use the EQ on the R24 to just kind of tweak it a little bit, maybe dip the low mids a little bit going in instead of post, and then it goes into the R20 microphone preamp, and then into my interface, and thus into Logic. And I really like doing it that way because I don't like to do a lot of post on anything, if possible. As far as how they sound very clean. They're actually cleaner than you would expect them to be, coming from and being made in the API factory. But no, they're very good. I highly recommend them. They're about $1,000 a piece for a dual channel EQ and a dual channel mic preamp. They're very awesome. They do have some color, but not as much as you would expect, is the best way to put it. I'm only just really cracking the surface of them. I bought them and then I got divorced, and so then they just kind of sat for several months, and I just recently used them on the PV6505 mini amp demo and you can check that out if you want to really know how they sound. My suggestion to you this week is to check out this amazing, amazing guitar switch, courtesy of Stevie Ray Vaughan and his wonderful, wonderful tech. I don't think that's Renee Martinez, but it might be. I think it is Renee Martinez. Renee Martinez, who's now teching for John Mayer. Stevie Ray Vaughan breaks a string in the middle of a song, and he gets his guitar changed out and doesn't miss a beat. It's amazing. Just watch it. It's incredible. Yeah, I'll watch it over and over again. It's just amazing to watch. What a professional. You have been wonderful. I have been Fluff. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Check, Micah. Micah, check 1, 2. Micah, check 1, 2.